Greetings once again, and welcome to Kensium Solutions' presentation on Doccept, our document management system offering. This video is number 6 in the series, and in this presentation we'll learn a little bit more about some of the in-depth searches that are available in Doccept. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I've already logged into the system, and once again this is the home screen that you're going to see once you log into Doccept. We'll go ahead and head up here to the search function. Now in the search function, this allows you to do a number of different things. The idea behind it is that you take your entire system of files and by adding different contents to these search functions allows you to narrow down your searches and ultimately find the files you're looking for. Some people use this as a way, instead of using the Explorer tab, to get to the file they're looking for, and it's especially handy once you start getting into systems that have thousands and thousands of files to work with. It's just kind of what your preference is, another way to get to the file that you want to find, and it's also very valuable if you forget where you put a file, what you named it, or where you put it in the system. So we'll go ahead and start off with the first box here, file content. This is a pretty handy feature. It allows you to put in a word or a set of words that may be in the contents of the file. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and say we don't know where we put the file or what we did with it, but we know it had something to do with, say, bearings. And I'm just typing in that particular word, and I'm going to hit the search, and you're going to see that a couple files will come up that have that particular word contained in them. So that's a good way to narrow it down if you happen to forget where you put a file or you're just having trouble finding your files. We'll go ahead and reset that. File name, that's another really powerful tool that you can use here. You can type in the specific name of the file and it'll take you right to it. Now in this case, suppose that you forget what the complete name of the file. Maybe you have invoice number 1234 or invoice number 4567 or whatever it is. If you forget the whole string of numbers, you can just type in either, in this case we'll just use invoice, which will return all the files that have that particular name, and you'll see there's quite a few of them. Now suppose you want to narrow it down. You'll see here in the bottom section that it's listing invoice 3231, invoice 55123. So suppose you know that it was an invoice and that it started with the number, we'll just say the number 2. Go ahead and search for that, and it'll list all the ones that start off with invoice number 2 and then whatever other ones you have going on there. So that's another really great way to narrow down your searches. We'll go ahead and reset that. File keywords. Now here I'm going to take you back to the Explorer pane, and I'm going to pick a document here. We'll go ahead and go down here to the projects because I like working with this particular file. And we'll use the Aber Norway one because that has a decent amount of files in it. So we're going to look up this document here. Now you'll see again it lists the highlighted file. The corresponding contents are over here on the right hand side. So we'll go here to the cache report. Under action, you'll see that you can add manage keywords and manage categories. What we want to do is manage keywords. We'll go ahead and click on that. Now you'll see that there's a keyword assigned to this. Now I just assigned this the keyword EOM. That just stands for end of month. So that way that particular word is associated with it. Now you can put in as many keywords as you want to this, and I'll add another one here just so we can see, and I'll just put yearly, and we'll add that. So now you'll see there's 2 keywords associated with this particular file, EOM and yearly. So we'll go ahead and close out of that and head back to our search pane. In the search pane, under File Keywords, we're going to put in the keyword that we just attributed to that particular file. Remember, it was yearly. And go ahead and search for it. Now see, it went ahead and brought up that particular file that we associated with that with. Now you can do this to a number of documents. Maybe you want to compile end of month statements or quarterly statements or yearly, whatever you want to do. You can attribute that to particular files and folders so it's easily searchable. Now I'm going to go ahead and reset this. Now I've assigned, and remember that another keyword associated with that file was EOM. Now I associated that with two more files. So in typing that in, what we'll see is, hitting search, it brings up all the files that I associated that with. That makes it real easy to compile different files, and again, it doesn't differentiate between file types and that sort of thing. It just brings in everything that you associated with that particular keyword. It's a very powerful tool. We'll go ahead and reset that. User ID, we'll go ahead, we're actually logged in under the administrator, but maybe I want to see what files did my manager do. So we'll type in manager. And again, this is configurable depending on what your usernames are. And we'll search on that. So there's a particular document that when I logged in earlier under the manager name, I was moving around. So you can see the ones that that particular user was working with. So we'll go ahead and reset that. Date range, again, that's another handy way. Maybe you don't remember what the file name or keywords or anything about it, but you know you were working on it on a certain date. I'm just going to use today's date. Actually, I'll go back to yesterday and today, and we'll go ahead and use that search. And there, it brings up everything that we did or files that we used in those days within that range. Again, another handy tool. We'll go ahead and reset that one. Now we can go ahead and go under the advanced search functions. Now in clicking this, you'll see more file groups. You can search by your type of files, metadata, mail, folders, a lot of different things that helps you narrow down your searches. File folder, maybe you know what folder it was in. Maybe you know what file category it was in. A lot of these things, again, just help you narrow down your searches. So we'll go back to the home page here. And once again, I think you'll see the importance of the search function within the Doccept document management system. It allows you a variety of ways to narrow down your searches and narrow down your files, which in turn saves you time. You can get back on task much quicker, find your files relatively easily. Even if you don't remember the name and the type of files, you can narrow it down and come to them pretty quickly. Again, Kenzium Solutions would like to thank you for joining us. Look forward to having you again in the future as we delve a little bit further into Doccept. It's Kenzium Solutions Document Management System. Thank you again and look forward to seeing you.